When was the last time you looked at your plants and said, thank you?
Thank you.
Gardening doesn't have to be restricted to the outdoors. Indoor gardening has become a popular trend, and the living decor can also be beneficial to our mental health and well-being. Less is more definitely doesn't apply to the benefits of indoor plants, as the more plants you have, the more they can help create a relaxed space. And I have a little secret. Indoor gardening is not as scary as you may think, and once you get started, I can guarantee you will be addicted. Now, when I think of indoor gardening, I think of creating an indoor tropical oasis filled with plants that satisfy the desire to be one with nature. These Melansians exclusive Philodendron Xanadu, Hope and Green Hope are easy care plants that grow compact and that add that tropical flair. They are great in containers for indoors and patios, plus they filter indoor toxins from the air. Just make sure that Hope is placed in a semi-shaded to shaded position with the Xanadu in full shade. Ficus elastica, also known as the rubber plant, has become a recent must-have for any indoor gardener, and there are great air purifying plants too. Elastica robusta and Abidjan are a good choice for those who want something simple but striking. Ficus elastica belisa and Tinica, along with Stromantha tricolor, will add a retro vibe to your home with their variegated leaves. And for a softer tone to your indoor jungle, the Dahlia fern from Melansians, also known as the rabbit's foot, works well as a hanging basket or a potted houseplant. These ferns like a loamy, rich soil with plenty of peat, like palm peat from Starcase. Now guys, most beginner-friendly plants follow a standard set of rules, and here are my top tips which will help turn you into an indoor gardener. Watering your plants is where most of us go wrong. Too much or too little is often the reason why our houseplants don't survive. Indoor plants like moist and not waterlogged soil, so a simple trick to check if your plant is thirsty is to push your finger into the soil to feel if the top layer is dry. If it is, then it's time to water them. Drainage is important, so remember to always remove the plant from the pot cover before watering and returning your plant into its pot cover once all the excess water has drained from its drainage holes. Placing a saucer of water underneath your plant is a no-no, as this will cause them to rot. Feed your indoor plants at the same time as watering them with Starcase Calpac and NutriFeed every 2 weeks. Or you can pop a Starcase Nutri-Sticks into the soil, which can feed your plant up to 100 days. The second task is to remove any dead leaves or debris around the base of the plant. In nature, plants prefer organic materials to decompose and add nutrients back into the soil. But indoors, it can attract pests and diseases and also doesn't look so great. Give your indoor plants a bit of TLC by removing dying flowers or old leaves to encourage new growth. Gently wipe down their leaves every few months, which will remove dust and dirt, allowing the plant to photosynthesize, which we all know is essential for a happy plant. And speaking of happy plants, most indoor plants like natural light close to a window without direct sunlight that will scorch their leaves. But remember to keep them away from any drafts from open doors, windows, or air conditioners. Pruning once a year is not usually necessary for most plants, as they grow slower than they would in the outdoors. But pruning does promote new growth and keeps the plant size more compact. Hanging plants may benefit from an occasional pruning to lower the pressure of the hanging stems on the base of the plant. And finally, repotting your plants before they show signs of stress or outgrow their pots will ensure they thrive. Repot any root-bound or overgrown houseplants using Melansians potting soil, add Starcase Hydrocash, and water with Starcase NutriFeed to reduce any transplanting stress. And that's the basics on becoming an indoor plant parent. Indoor plants that we can be thankful for. Thankful for providing us with clean air and helping us feel happier and more relaxed in our homes. Visit your nearest Plantland or visit plantland.co.za for all the plants and Starcase products I have used, and where you can also grab your latest copy of The Gardener or Detainee magazines, packed full of inspiration and practical gardening advice just for you. Like, subscribe, and follow for exciting Thanks Plants competitions, giveaways, and more great Thanks Plant gardening content.
Get your copy of the October issue of The Gardener or Detainir magazine to find all the clues you'll need to enter the competition. We at Starkes Plantland, The Gardener and Detainir say thanks plants.